Merhabalar, herkese tekrar merhabalar. Dünyanın en iyi 5 okulundan biri olan UCL'in web seminerine hepiniz hoş geldiniz. Bugün sizlere UCL'in Türkiye'deki tek resmi temsilcisi olarak öğrencilerimizin çoğunun bu web seminerini sabırsızlıkla beklediğini biliyoruz. Sonuçta UCL'de yüksek lisans yapmak tüm öğrencilerimizin, çoğu öğrencinin hedeflerinden biridir. Sizi okul temsilcimiz Laura ile tanıştırmak istiyorum. UCL başvuru süreci ve burs fırsatları hakkında birlikte konuşacağız. Evet, alabiliriz Laura'yı. Hello, Laura.
Oh, hi everybody. I
Hi,
think
how are you?
hi, very well, thank you. Thank you for having me here in this session. Hi everybody. I can see my face flickering in and out. I think there's something wrong with the connection, but we'll just have to continue.
Okay, welcome to the webinar from UCL, one of the top 5 schools in the world. As the only official representative of UCL in Turkey, I know that many of our students are eagerly waiting for this webinar. After all, a master's degree from UCL is one of the goals of many of our students. I would like to introduce you to our school representative Laura. She will be talking about the UCL application process and scholarship opportunities. Okay, we are ready to start.
Okay,
Laura.
great.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, brilliant. So does the presentation look good? Yeah.
Yes, perfect.
Okay, great. So, hi everybody. I'm not sure how many are in the session, but it's lovely to speak to you all today. So, I'll just talk to you briefly about UCL, a bit about what we're looking for in an application, and a bit of further information about the scholarship opportunity that we do have. So, just general information about UCL. So, we are one of the top universities in the world, which I'm sure you're aware of. So we're currently ranked number 9 in the world, according to the QS ranking survey. And in terms of our position in the UK, so we're number 4. So we're there with institutions like Oxford, Cambridge, and Imperial. UCL is now the largest university in the UK in terms of student numbers. So we have something like over 50,000 students on our 2 campuses. We are a very international institution. Nearly 50% of our students are from overseas. And we are seeing more and more students coming to UCL from Turkey, which is fantastic. Now, just moving on, you can see there where our particular ranking. Just a bit of background about the university. So we're about to celebrate our 200-year anniversary. So we were established in 1826. The image you can see there on the screen is actually one of our founding fathers, Sir Jeremy Bentham. So UCL was set up at a time in England when you could only actually go to university if you were a man, if you were Christian, and you were from a particularly wealthy background. And Sir Jeremy Bentham, the founding father of UCL, he saw the unfairness in this, and he wanted to create a university that would be open for all. So UCL, the culture at university, is very much about equality, egalitarianism, and we're very proud to be the first university in England to welcome women, to welcome people from any particular religious background, and any socio-economic background as well. So our main campus is in Bloomsbury. This is central London. So maybe some of you in the audience have been to London. I would definitely say that UCL is in one of the most beautiful parts of the city. So you're right next to the British Museum. Other institutions such as the British Library, RIBA, the Royal Institute of British Architecture as well, is just down the road. This part of London as well is also known as the University of London headquarters. So you don't just have UCL in this vicinity. King's College, for example, is about a 20-minute walk down the road, as is LSE as well. So it's a very vibrant part of the city. Although UCL is there in central London, we do still very much offer that campus experience, okay? And for those of you who have perhaps visited the campus, you will know what I'm talking about. But we do have another campus. This opened up about 2 years ago. So this is on, it's called UCL East Campus. It's a 40-minute train ride from the main central campus at Bloomsbury. on this campus, we're actually introducing brand new programs, and there are a number of master's programs, one-year master's programs that have just started on this particular campus. So when you are looking at our prospectus, make sure you know whether you're going to be on the Bloomsbury campus or UCL East. And we do have new accommodation as well at the UCL East campus. But what do we offer at UCL? So, I mean, we have something like 11 faculties in total. So we're a multi-faculty institution, which means that we offer everything from the sciences to the arts to the humanities, engineering, and so forth. Now, popular applications, from Turkey, for example, we have a lot of applications for subject areas like management, business. We have a brand new marketing program, which is starting at UCL in 2025, which some of you might be interested in. Architecture, we have a brilliant MArch program for students who perhaps want to continue their architecture practice and gain recognition in the UK. LLMs, we offer a variety of LLMs that law students can specialize in, and lots of programs within the sciences. So, an area that's very popular at UCL is neuroscience, psychology. So there's lots of things to apply for. We have something like over 650 individual master's programs. So lots to kind of look at. At UCL, for example, we're really proud to have had something like over 30 Nobel Prize winners in the last 100 years. Most recently, we were awarded two members of the UCL community were awarded the Nobel Prize for the most recent one. Sorry, my mind's gone completely blank, but they were from UCL. They were professors from UCL. So it just shows the sort of accolade and high standard of our academics. In terms of our campus facilities, so they are cutting edge. We make sure, we're constantly updating our laboratories, our technical facilities. We have a brand new student center, which is at the heart of the Bloomsbury campus, which is the image down there at the bottom in the center. So there's lots to do while you're on the campus. We do also have lots, it's not just about sort of academic side of life when you're at university, at UCL or in the UK. There's lots of societies that students can take part in. So we have something like 300 different societies at UCL. Many master's students, although you're only at UCL for that 1 year, they do fully immerse themselves in the student experience and do attend societies when they can. We also have a brilliant Turkish society. So I'm sure many of you will join that if you do come to UCL, and you'll meet lots of other Turkish students, but also people at UCL who are interested in Turkish language, culture, and so forth. And we have lots of sports at UCL. So again, for master's students, they do, although you're just there for the year, you can join any sports team. We have lots going on at UCL. We also have a gym on our campus, plus an indoor swimming pool nearby, sports fields for football, hockey, and so forth. And in terms of living in London, so we can't always guarantee accommodation for master's students coming from overseas. However, most international students, if they apply on time, you will be able to secure a room in one of our halls of residence if you want to. So we do have something like 26 different halls of residence at UCL. We have specific halls which are there for just graduate students. So you will be with like-minded graduate students as opposed to undergraduate students if you want to do that, okay? And there are different options that you can apply for, whether they're catered or self-catered. So a bit of information about the tuition fees. So, it does depend on the program. You need to make sure you look very clearly at the prospectus online to see how much your course is going to be. Most master's programs on average are between £35,000 to £50,000 for the full year. So that's the tuition fees. The UK system, it does tend to work out cheaper than the US, for example, where most master's degrees are 2 years. The 1 year master's program at UCL, the UK, is obviously just that 1 year. So it's that one tuition fee. Even though it is a one-year master's, it is fully recognized around the world. So students from that one-year master's program can then go on to do a PhD if you so wanted to. Okay. And in terms of living costs, so we do recommend that you need around £1,400 per month. That would be to live in London. So that would cover your accommodation, food, going out, transportation costs, and so on. Now, we do have one scholarship which students can apply for. This is called the UCL Masters Scholarship. Sorry, the UCL Masters Global Scholarship, it should read. So this particular scholarship, it's based on financial needs. So it's not merit-based. It is based on financial need. So it depends on your family income, your family background, and so forth. Currently, for that particular scholarship, there are 30 master's scholarships, which give a discount on tuition fees. So they give a £15,000 discount on the tuition fees only. Okay. So if you think that you might be eligible, then I definitely do recommend that you apply for that scholarship. Now, that scholarship application is completely separate to the application to university. Okay, so they're two separate applications. And the fact that you're applying to a scholarship does not interfere with the decision being made on your application to your degree program. Okay, so different to the US system, if some of you are perhaps applying to the US as well, at UCL, they are two separate applications. Now, the scholarship deadline is the end of April. However, if you do want to apply and be considered for that scholarship, I would recommend that you apply for the scholarship at the same time as you make your application to UCL. So don't wait to get an offer from UCL to actually put the scholarship application in. You should make the scholarship application at the same time. Okay, the scholarship application itself, it's fairly straightforward. There are 5 questions. The questions are asking you, the questions that you would expect, why you should get the scholarship, what do you plan to do afterwards, how beneficial studying at UCL is going to be for your future career and your future prospects. Okay, so have a look on our website. In fact, I can put the link in the chat if that's something you want to apply for. Hold on one second. I'll just try Masters Funding Award. Okay, I can't find it at the moment. Hang on, UCL Global Master Scholarship. Here it is. Okay, so there's the scholarship link. Okay, so moving on, thinking about further options. So we do have a career service at UCL. Some of the major companies there, those are the sorts of things, those are the places where a lot of our graduates have gone on to work at. Our graduates are very sought after, so we have lots of companies, corporations coming onto our campus to meet with our current students. At the moment in the UK, all international students can stay on and work in the UK for 2 years. So you can apply for a post-study work visa. You will get the post-study work visa as long as you complete your studies. Okay, and UCL graduates, as you can see, they've gone on to all sorts of different careers. By living in a city like London, you're in an ideal location to get not only that perfect to get that job that you're searching for, but also to perhaps undertake some internship opportunities. That's another thing that international students can also do during the summer holidays or straight after you've graduated from university. We also make sure we look after you when you're at university. So coming to UCL as a graduate student, you can partake in things like the International Student Orientation Program. Student services are there to assist students, whether that's from anything to do with accommodation, to careers, to visas, and so forth. And there's lots of services in place to help you succeed when you're at university. So a bit about the applications. Now, last year we received something like 90,000 graduate applications last year. So, I mean, UCL is a competitive institution, as you know, but it's not impossible. Currently, most of our degree programs for students applying from Turkey, we're looking for a minimum GPA of 3.0 out of 4.0. Okay, so we equate that to a 2-1 in the UK scale. The majority of programs are going to be searching for a 3.0 out of 4.0. Okay, I would say UCL is very there's not much flexibility. So if you're slightly below the 3.0, so let's say for example you've got 2.8, I would probably say don't apply to UCL because it's unlikely that you would be offered a place. The expectation is that you do get a 3.0 GPA minimum or above. Okay, and then there's also an English language requirement as well for all students coming from Turkey. Again, we accept IELTS, TOEFL, Cambridge language exams. You don't need to take your IELTS test when you make the application to UCL. So this is something that we can wait for afterwards. Okay, but the application itself, now you can apply. In fact, most students will apply during their final year of study. So you don't need to have finished your degree in Turkey or elsewhere in the world in order to make an application. So if we decide to make you an offer, it's a conditional offer based on the fact that you will achieve 3.0 out of 4.0 or above, and that you have the required IELTS score. Okay, so how do we decide who to make an offer to? The application process contains a personal statement. The personal statement is the main part of the application form when you can determine the outcome. We don't interview students anymore. You know, you're not going to have the chance to kind of connect directly with an admissions tutor. So the personal statement is key. This is your chance to really tell us why do you want to study that program, indicating your motivations, your aspirations, your career aspirations, and why we should offer you a place on that particular program. And we want to make sure that we're matching you to the right course as well. So I would definitely say to students now, make sure you do your research. So there are obviously lots of different programs out there at UCL. Make sure you completely understand what the program offers, the sorts of modules that we offer as well. So the personal statement will not only talk about, why you want to study that program, but you can also talk about your academic studies to date. So you might want to highlight areas of your undergraduate degree that have particularly spurred you on to study the subject area further at master's level. Okay, you also might want to indicate some of the modules or the classes at UCL which you're particularly interested in pursuing. And you might also want to tell us things about what you want to do as your research proposal, your research project. Okay, so each graduate degree will have an element of research, a research project. So you might want to discuss what you intend to do at that during your personal statement as well. Okay, the personal statement in length, it's usually 2 sides of A4, but you have to make sure it's very much focused on that specific program at UCL. And finally, just some bits about the UK, about the process. So the application is online. Now our applications opened, I think it was in October. So they are all open now. We make offers on a rolling basis. So we have already started to make offers to graduate applicants. Most programs remain open till the end of March or early April. So that's something that you need to check. Do check when the deadline is for the program that you're applying for. There is an application fee, but I understand SI UK are very generously contributing towards the application fee before if you apply before January 2025, although my colleagues from SI UK will be able to talk to you about that as well. But that's something to bear in mind. And some programs as well, they may require GRE scores or a GMAT score, but most don't. Most are, we're just looking at you making that initial application, and then we will make you an offer based on your suitability for the program. One other final point to make is it does take time to respond back from UCL. So we receive so many different applications. It does take time. So make sure that, you're prepared. So we do advise that students really apply by December, January, just to get everything in line in the right sort of process. In terms of references as well with the application, you need 2 references, so 2 referees. One academic and one could be from work experience, okay? However, if you are currently still at university, you could just have 2 academic references. You don't necessarily need to have a work reference. But those references, you actually just put down the email address of the referee and we will contact them directly. So make sure that you have, asked your referee, tell them to expect an email in the mail from UCL, just so that the whole process of applying for your degree program isn't delayed. Okay, and then finally on that note, so there's my name and email. So I come out to Turkey regularly, which is brilliant. Please feel free to email me directly. I obviously work with SI UK, and the QR code there is our, actually you can sign up there to stay in touch with us in the future. But on that note, I'll leave it there. If anybody has any questions, if we have time for questions, Gonjagul, I'm not sure. I'll stop presenting though. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, Lara, with your permission, I would like to continue in Turkish and English.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Evet arkadaşlar, Lara'nın da belirttiği gibi size çok güzel bir haberimiz var. Aralık ayı sonuna kadar yapılan UCL başvurularında başvuru ücretini SI UK olarak biz karşılıyoruz. O yüzden başvuru ücreti genelde 90 pound ve üzeri olabiliyor. Bölümden bölüme değişebiliyor. Başvuru ücretlerini SI UK olarak biz karşılayacağız. O yüzden başvurularınızı bekliyoruz. Ayrıca geçen yıl öğrencimiz Orhan Çelik Türk Instagram sayfamızdan da yine paylaşmıştık. UCL'den 15.000 poundluk bir burs kazandı. Burs hakkında birazdan Laura'ya soracağız. Bursa başvuru yapmak gerekiyor. Önce okuldan offer alıp daha sonra ayrıca bir bursa başvuru yapılıyor ve bursa başvuru yaparken 500 kelimelik bir essay gerekiyor. Birazdan soracağız Laura'ya bu essay ne şekilde yazılmalı. Onun haricinde UCL başvuruları top okul olduğu için başvuru dosyasının çok incelikle ve titizlikle hazırlanması gerekiyor. Bizler başvuru dosyasının hazırlanmasında özellikle niyet mektubu çok önemli. Bu konularda size detaylı bir şekilde yardımcı olacağız. Niyet mektubunu nasıl yazılması gerekir, sizler yazıyorsunuz, bizler kontrol edip tavsiyelerde bulunuyoruz gibi. Bunun haricinde başvuruların yapılması, takibi, konaklama ve vize işlemleri gibi konularda ücretsiz bir şekilde danışmanlık sunuyoruz. Bizlere UCL başvurularınız için ulaşmak isterseniz iletişim numaramız 0542 289 9603. E-posta adresim goncagul.g Giresun'un G'si @studyinorta-uk.com. Bu adreslerden bizlere her zaman ulaşabilirsiniz. Okay. Okay, Laura, we can start the question and answer session. Also last year our students Orhan Çelik Türk won a 15,000 scholarship from UCL. You provided information about the scholarship, but the scholarship application requires 500-word essay. How should this essay be written?
Yeah, there's no kind of, I can see there's a question there, what are the scholarship options? So, the question itself, there's no right or wrong answer. So, the scholarship is asking, why do you want the scholarship? So you have to kind of put forward the reasons for wanting the scholarship, how it's going to help you in terms of, how are you going to benefit from studying at UCL? What do you intend to do with your degree? You may want to talk about your career aspirations. You may want to talk about your history to date. That would be what would be in the scholarship application. You might also want to talk about, what do you intend to do afterwards, by how are you going to help society, for example? We want to make sure that we're giving scholarships to people who are going to go on to do, not just things like work in investment banking, for example, but work for the greater good as well. So, there's no right or, that is basically what would be expected to be in the 500-word document.
Okay, thank you. And the other question. Okay.
Yeah, I think somebody's asking that they have a GPA of 2.67.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, again, we work on a conditional basis, so you can apply, of course. If your GPA is 2.67 currently, fine, make the application to UCL. You might be made an offer, but the offer is going to be 3.0 and you need to get 3.0. So if there's no chance now that your GPA is going to increase from 2.67, then my advice would be not to apply, because if you get if we make you an offer, it's going to be 3.0, and if you don't get 3.0, then you won't be successful in getting the place. But you can apply with your current GPA, yes, of course.
Okay.
But the actual offer is
Yeah.
going to be 3.0.
Yeah, it's okay, it's perfect. Okay, that was a great presentation, Lara. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Conjugal. And my email is there, so if anybody has any other questions, do please feel free to email me directly as well.
Okay, perfect. Evet arkadaşlar, eğer okul yetkilimiz Laura'ya ulaşmak isterseniz e-mail adresini de paylaştı. Ama tabii ki bizlere UCL hakkında, başvurularınız hakkında sorularınız varsa her zaman ulaşabilirsiniz. Yayınımıza katıldığınız için çok teşekkür ederiz. SI UK olarak sizlere destek olmaktan her zaman mutluluk duyarız. Görüşmek üzere. Bizleri SI UK Instagram sayfamızdan takip etmeyi lütfen unutmayın. Hoşça kalın. See you later, Lara.
Bye bye. Thank you.
Bye bye.